welcome to another episode of Dinosaurs and Mysteries. So today we are at St. Elfin's at the moment, which is one of my all-time favourite places to be. And we have seen the cat, which is still in the background. The cat is actually featured. I've got a feeling they're practicing bell ringing. So, welcome to another episode of Dinosaurs and Mysteries. I'm Jamie, and we're at St. Elfin's Church. Once again, I've done a lot of photography here, and I've done a few videos here. We've already seen the cat, which is over there. She's featured in actually in two of my photography. One of them actually got a picture of the week on a website. Anyway, enough of that. So today I want to talk about werewolves. Now I don't want to talk too much about them because I've been planning a mini documentary about werewolves, which very similar to my vampire documentary. I do the history of the werewolves right up until today and go through different phases and stages of werewolves and how the myth has changed. But today I want to talk about a few theories. Ooh, there's a tent over there. Someone's living here. Okay, let's avoid that for now. So, we obviously know the main werewolf theories. You know, the man or woman transforming into a werewolf under a full moon. Silver bullets can kill it. But we have learned over years that that's the myth side of it. As far as we know, we do know of lycanthropy, people that believe that they can transform into a wolf, which may be more of a psychiatric condition. And then there are people that allegedly can transform into werewolves, and that is why we have sightings of werewolves. But I feel it, not just the werewolf phenomena, but a lot of them have come that far that there's so many different possible explanations on what people are actually seeing when they see werewolves. So, are they actually here all the time? Are they flesh and blood? Or is it something that is mystical, it's supernatural? Anyway, one theory I want to talk about is the curse theory. Now, this goes a little bit, there's different ways to look at this. So, someone gets cursed by a witch or a warlock or someone who knows how to do this curse, and then that person then becomes a werewolf, and it's more like a punishment. Then we have people that have been bit by a werewolf, and it's kind of a curse in itself. But being bit by a werewolf to become a werewolf, that's kind of the more mythical, folklore, supernatural side of it. But I've heard a theory recently, which is where a witch or a warlock would not just curse someone else, but they could cast some kind of a spell on themselves. So when people see them, they don't see them as they are. They see them as a werewolf. So, for instance, a woman, for example, casts some kind of a spell or an incantation or whatever to make herself look like a werewolf. So if you see her walking around near some woods, you don't see her as a woman, you see her as a werewolf. And that will strike fear in people, but she's actually still just a woman. And that's a really good I've heard of, werewolf curses, but that's probably the most recent one that I've heard. Someone actually putting a spell or a curse on themselves, so what people see is a werewolf rather than the actual individual person. I don't know. I've heard of the werewolf curse before, sorry, but I've never heard of that particular theory before. Just having you see the magnificent church behind me. But going back centuries, so there was a theory. So there used to be executions, and obviously people that were alleged to be werewolves or witches used to be executed. But I've heard of a werewolf story. It's actually a part of history. I'll try and remember it as good as I can. But it was, someone was cursed to be to walk as a werewolf, to live as a werewolf, and it would take 9 years of them not feeding or not acting like a werewolf for the curse to be lifted. Now that's one from centuries gone by, and I'll touch up more on that when I do my werewolf documentary. But I just wanted to put that theory out there. We've all heard of someone being cursed to be a werewolf, but I've never heard of it as someone making themselves look like a werewolf. So they might not actually be a werewolf. So when you see someone walking past, you don't actually see a woman or a man, you see a werewolf, and then it strikes fear and you get scared, and it could cause panic, and well, you get the picture. So yeah, I just wanted to put that's a werewolf theory that I've only recently become entwined with, and I think it's a really interesting one. So if people want to believe and think werewolves are out there, and there's some people out there that might, I don't know how true this theory is, it's just a theory. There are people out there that might think, well, I know I've got the powers and the skill to make this happen. I'm not a werewolf, but I can make myself look like one. So when people see me, they think they're seeing a werewolf, when in real life it's just cloaking. They're cloaked. It's not an actual real werewolf. So anyway, let me know what you think of that theory. And once again, hello from St. Elphin's Church. So, werewolf theory. People who can make themselves look like werewolves even though they're not a werewolf, through magic, sorcery, witchcraft, I don't know. This might be a bit too out there for some people, but again, it's just a theory. I mean, if werewolves are out there, I suppose it doesn't matter in what medium or way they're out there, but there are that many theories now and that many avenues to go through, as in, well, are they this, are they that, are they real, are they flesh and blood, are they magic, are they supernatural? So again, just another theory. So that's it for this one, just a quick one about this werewolf theory, and stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.